Hey everyone, and welcome back to another jersey concept reaction and ranking video. These have become my favorite videos other than the photography ones that I do. These are, they're right up there. They're so much fun. I'm obsessed with jerseys. I collect jerseys. If you're new to the channel, I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button. If you're into jerseys, if you're watching this video, chances are you love jerseys, or you collect jerseys, or you are obsessed with jersey concepts like I am. So this is the place to be if you want to see new jersey concepts, because that is a new trend on this channel that people seem to love, and I really appreciate all the love. So today we're gonna look at some more concepts. We're gonna look at Cole's concepts. Now, recently Cole sent me 3 separate files or zip folders of jerseys. There was alternates, there was home, and then there was away. So that's a lot of jerseys to go through. So I decided to split them up into 3 videos. You would have already seen the alternate video a couple of days ago. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And today we're going to look at the away jerseys, or the white jerseys. So there's 31 jerseys to get through here. I have not seen any of them. I'm very excited. And if you guys want to try your hand at designing some of these jerseys, all you need to do is go to sportstemplates.net and browse the site and pick out it doesn't have to be a jersey. It could be any template, a goalie mask, or it could be a jersey or uniform, and see how well you can do in Photoshop and coming up with some of these concepts. And if you want to purchase it, you can use the code post to save you 10% on the site. Code post to save you 10% on the site. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's bring this up. I've got a blank screen in front of me here, and this should be in alphabetical order, I think. So let's go to the first one, Anaheim. Okay. Oh, starting off with a very interesting design here. I think we've seen a lot of Anaheim concepts recently where there hasn't been green, or there hasn't been orange, or there hasn't been the purple. This utilizes the purple and the orange, but no green. So this is, I think, maybe an untypical concept based on some of the ones that we've seen recently. I like the strings are a different color on the neck. As far as white jerseys go, I actually think I really like this one. I'm wondering if the gold in the jersey, the gold striping and the accents, if that was green, what that would look like. And I think Cole made the right decision here by keeping that gold striping the same to contrast and complement the logo in the middle. So this is, I think this is a nice jersey. This is a nice jersey. Let's move on. Arizona. Wow. Okay. I like the collar. The numbering looks very stenciled on, which is fine. I'm okay with that. It is quite busy. I think the fact that the way the texture and the stripe is done on the arms at it's coming right across the horizon, versus the striping in the middle with the logo that kind of comes at an angle. I think the contrast between the two is naturally unfavorable to the eye, if that makes sense. Your eye kind of fights with it subconsciously. I'm kind of thinking about photography at the same time. I think if the striping and the texture on the arms kind of replicated that same angle of the middle of the jersey, I think I would maybe like to see that a little bit more than this one. It's not bad. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I would just say maybe it's average. I really like the boldness and the creativity of it, though. Boston is next. Wow, this is actually really interesting. Huh, I usually don't like when shoulders are colored like that. I don't mind it here. I think the thing I dislike about it is the way that the stripes come down on the sides in the middle of the jersey. I really like what you've done with the arms, though. Having the numbers in yellow, the stripes just on the top of the forearm. 100% not my favorite jersey I've ever seen. Definitely not my favorite Boston jersey I've ever seen. But it's not bad. With some tweaks, I think this could be a really, really nice, clean jersey. Buffalo. What is this? Oh my God. So I've talked recently in concept videos about being bold, and while there's 2 methods you can go about when redesigning a jersey. You can take a method where you look at the current jersey or look at the jersey in the past and make a few tweaks that you think would be favorable or improvements. Or you could go the other direction where you just design something, you become totally bold and you just design something completely different. There is no wrong method. I think both methods have a ton of potential. And I really appreciate Cole's method here of just going for something that was extremely bold. It's very representative of a uniform. I think it makes sense to the Buffalo Sabres culture and what the team's history represents. I don't think it works as a jersey, though, at least not in the NHL. Possibly a specialty jersey in the NHL or an auctionable jersey for a special event, pregame, something like that. I don't think this works as a regular away jersey or even an alternate jersey. I think it's a little too bold, but I really appreciate the boldness. Calgary. Wow. The only place that there's red, the color that they're known for, is on the collar and then the Canadian flag on the shoulder. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it was a very interesting decision. I think I like this a lot. It's interesting seeing that logo done in black with no red, but with a yellow stroke with lines in the background. I actually quite like this, I think. Well done. Carolina. Okay, I would say this is a fairly generic Carolina Hurricanes concept. Not in a negative way, just it doesn't wow me. The striping along the arms with the texture and the number is, I guess, a bit unique, but I get t-shirt or belly top vibes from this just because they're cut off where they are. Chicago. This one's probably going to be a miss for me. I think the striping along the bottom and the arms is a little bit too busy, and the way that the shoulders are done, kind of like the Boston jersey earlier. I think it looked good in the Boston one. I don't think it looks good here. I think because there is that separation, it does stop and go to white. I don't know. It's just not working for me for this one. Colorado. Okay, you guys know that I like Colorado concepts, so it's almost impossible to create a Colorado concept that I don't like. I do like this one. The imagery at the bottom of the jersey in the middle feels a bit out of place or maybe too big. It looks a bit jagged as well, like the graphic that you chose wasn't of the same quality as the jersey, and you maybe had to make it a little bit bigger, so it's slightly pixelated. But the striping's interesting. It's almost like a Columbus Blue Jackets pinstriping a little bit, but obviously colored different to run down the arm. But it's not bad. I don't love it though. Columbus. What the crap? So this is on the same level as Buffalo. A very intentional, uniform style of jersey. You're taking a jersey and making it look like it's not a jersey. You're making it look like it's something else. You're making it look like a literal uniform. I think while this is bold, it's super unique. I've never seen anything like this. Mad props. I don't think it works in the NHL. I think it's a little bit too gimmicky. I don't think fans would receive this very well. I think this would be a jersey that would maybe get made fun of decades to come because it is so gimmicky, and this would work in a lower league. Like the ECHL, they have a lot of specialty kind of funny jerseys like this. I think it works there, not in the NHL. Dallas. Okay, Dallas on gray, which is interesting, using a more classic traditional style of logo in the middle with some green highlights on there. Doesn't look too bad. I don't love it though. Detroit. Wow, going straight checker on here, which makes sense. It's Motor City. I think it is so distracting though. It's a very clean. The rest of the jersey is very clean. But that is very distracting. I think this one's going to be a miss for me. Edmonton. Without being too offensive, I don't like this. I think what he was going for here was making the striping from top to bottom look maybe like overalls, like an oil worker would wear, overalls or whatever they're called. So I guess that, it does make sense potentially with the team name and culture, but I think the stark contrast between stripes going down and then 90 degrees going across and kind of making basically a square at the bottom of the middle of the jersey. This one doesn't work for me. Florida, heck yeah. So here's when I talked earlier about using the method to be completely bold and create something new. He's gone the other way with this one. He's taken the Florida white jersey, the current white jersey, which in my opinion is the nicest white jersey in the league, and he's just made a few favorable tweaks. He's stopped the striping from going right behind, and he's continued that striping around to have the same shape as the current logo. I think that really works. I genuinely like this a lot. I'm super impressed by this. Well done. Los Angeles. Okay, yeah, so this isn't my favorite concept that I've seen from LA, but I do like it. I love to see the purple and the yellow or the gold come back. Fine with the logo in the middle. The logo on the shoulders, I've never really been a fan of that too much, so I would say I'd like to see that go. I love the fact that you've put the current logo in by the elbow there, where the striping is divided in the white, and colored it to match the rest of the jersey. That's probably my favorite part of the entire jersey, actually. Well done. Minnesota. Okay, so we've got a gradient here. I do not like the numbers in the A. It looks like someone drew it on with a Sharpie in black and then took a yellow Sharpie and just did this. So I'm not a fan of that. The texturized trees in the bottom of the jersey and in the striping, it feels maybe a little bit out of place, but it's not too bad. It does obviously make sense to the team. And I was never a big fan of that logo in the middle, that textual logo, but seeing it colorized like that, I actually quite like that. But I think the thing that doesn't work in this jersey, other than the number and the name, the letter and the numbers, is the red collar. Since there is no other red on the jersey other than the shoulders and the shoulder patch, from the neck down, there is no red. And I think the thickness of the red neck really makes it stand out in a negative way. So there are definitely elements I love about this, but definitely elements I don't love. So this one's difficult for me. Montreal. So as a Canadiens fan, I love seeing new Montreal Canadiens concepts. This is a very acceptable white or away concept, basically taking the same style they're using in the dark jersey and inverting it or recreating it as a white version. So this totally makes sense to me. Well done. Nashville. Okay. I find what maybe something that's odd about this is the decision to make the bottom of the jersey that navy blue in the shoulders, but not to replicate the same navy blue in the logo and use black instead. I don't think that was the right decision. I would have liked to see that navy be implemented into the logo as well, just to have a bit of symmetry. That black in the logo feels a bit out of place to me. The stenciled numbers I don't think works here. But I think if we got a new font for the letter and the numbers, and I think if that logo was colorized to match the blue, I think I would really like this jersey. New Jersey. Whoa. This one's going to be a miss for me. I like the boldness, but I think the thing coming up in the middle is a little awkward, if you know what I mean. This one's probably going to be a miss for me. New York Islanders. Wow. That's an interesting logo in the middle. I wonder how Rangers fans would feel about seeing the Statue of Liberty on an Islanders jersey. Bet you that would cause some heat. Fans wouldn't be happy about that, I don't assume. I think kind of like the other uniform ones earlier, the Columbus and the Buffalo one. There's a bit of a gimmicky nature in this one with the waves along the bottom. I like what it represents. It totally makes sense. I don't know, if maybe it's too big. If it was just a little smaller, just a little bit more subtle, I think I'd like it a little bit more. New York Rangers. Oh, okay, this is... How am I going to say this? Stay PG. The Statue of Liberty coming up from the middle and the bottom, up like this, kind of looks like a penis. So, I don't know, but that's... I can't unsee it. It just looks... It's just awkward, okay? It's an awkward shape and an awkward area of the body. I I can't unsee it. I can't even look at it. I gotta move on. I from the belly button up, I think this jersey works. I think I might prefer the numbers in blue though versus red, because the logo in the middle primarily uses blue. So I think there's maybe too much of a contrast between the primary logo and the numbers. But man, that is, I like the implementation of the skyline. I think maybe just the positioning of that is unfortunate. Ottawa. Hey, this is interesting. I think I like this. I don't hate it. The gold was an interesting decision to make that as the primary color, and the stripe that splits it in the middle. Usually I've seen that in white, I believe. It's a very clean jersey. I know people don't like when I say that, but it's clean. Philadelphia. Not too bad. Not too bad. I feel like the logo coming on top of the stripes along the left and the right feels a little bit out of place. Also, the numbers are really close together, and I don't know, there's something awkward about this jersey. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's known for their bridges, so to include that or implement that into a jersey does make sense. It is, because of the way that the bridges are done, it's kind of distracting. It's a repeated texture, so when you use a repeated texture like this, it catches the eye really before anything else, and maybe that's what Cole wants. But for me, this one's probably going to be a miss, although I do like the way that you implemented the stripe in the middle of the jersey to mimic the angle of the logo. That's actually pretty smart. I do like that. San Jose. Oh, this is different. This is really interesting, actually. Now, this is their white jersey, but I would say the majority of this jersey isn't actually white. It's at least 50% white, maybe. Or it's at least 50% dark. I don't know if this would work. I don't think it would. I think it's maybe a little bit too much color on here to be considered a white jersey. But I really like the approach here. I like the approach a lot. This would be, I think, a really strong alternate jersey or something. St. Louis. Okay, so this is very... I see definitely shades of previous St. Louis Blues jersey history here. I don't hate this. I don't love it though. Tampa Bay. Wow, that's a lot of stripes. It's a lot of vertical stripes. I think it's too busy. I think it's a little bit too busy. I'd be curious to see. So there, like I said at the beginning of this video, Cole has done a home or a dark version of all these jerseys. So I'm curious to see a lot of these jerseys in dark. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to see that future video to see the dark versions of these. So I'm wondering what this specifically would look like in dark. I think I might like it in dark, but for the white one, I think it's probably a miss. I might have to sit on this one. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh my God, that is amazing. That is amazing. Heck yeah. So this is very Olympic themed style jersey, or Team Canada Olympic themed. This is amazing. I absolutely love this. I don't think that the Toronto Maple Leafs would go to a place where they use this as their primary away and primary home, the inverse of this, if that's what he did end up using. But this would be an absolutely incredible third or alternate jersey. This needs to happen. This is amazing. I love this. One gripe, though, the blue coming up around the laces, it kind of cuts off. It doesn't meet the same angle or shape as this part of the collar. So with that little fix, it'd be perfect, I think. Vancouver. I think this one's going to be a little bit of a miss. Just the way that it's kind of pointing down. It's like, yo, look down at my you-know-what. And Vancouver has also decided not to use that text in the front above the orca moving forward. That's actually not there anymore. So for consistency reasons, that would have to be removed. And the orca would have to be bigger and probably moved up a little bit. But there's a lot going on in this jersey. I think it's a little bit too busy. Vegas. What the heck? Wow. This was a really good implementation of some of the elements that Vegas could use in jerseys, making it look like chainmail in behind with almost like a banner hung over. This was, I think, very intelligently designed. I'm very curious to see the dark version of this jersey when we get to it in that other video. I really appreciate the approach to this jersey. I think generally it's going to be a miss for me. It does feel a little awkward. Washington. Listen, okay? This is amazing. This is amazing. And I know that there's going to be people disagree, yelling at their screens, saying, does he seriously like that? I do. I like it. This is awesome. I love the academic military field jerseys, and this is a really, really good representation, in my opinion, of that. Love the pinstripe that starts at the top, comes down to the bottom, along the arms. This is awesome. This is one of the best Capitals concepts I've seen. Winnipeg, which should be last. Wow. This is definitely unique. I've never seen a Winnipeg concept like this. It's kind of like the Vancouver one, but inversed, where it's pointing up instead of pointing down. But it also represents the jet. Like it almost gives life to the jet. I can see the afterburners kind of coming out, and if you think about the way that sound waves move, and when a jet breaks the sound barrier, the sound wave would be coming off the tip of the plane, kind of at the same angle, not of the tail, but of there would be multiple. That's really interesting. I don't think I like the numbers on the shoulder being that color. I think if they were blue to match the collar, I would like it a lot more. I'm fine with the jet being gray, but this is a really interesting concept. I gotta think about this one. That was the last one. Okay, so as I've done in the past 2 videos, now I'm going to take a 15-minute break by myself and rank these, and I'll come back and I'll do a very quick ranking and tell you my 1 to 31 ranking. All right, I'm back. I've ranked these. It took me 18 minutes exactly to rank these. I've ranked them 1 to 31. I'm going to start with 31. We're going to go through least favorite to favorite. Let's go. Let's do this a little bit quickly. Quickly? What? A little bit quickly? Let's do this fast. Number 31, the New York Rangers. Just that, protruding third arm down there that's kind of pointing up is a little bit too awkward for me. Number 30, the Oilers. Just a stark contrast, 90 degrees with the striping just kind of meeting, just a miss. Number 29, the New Jersey Devils. Again, kind of like the Rangers, there's that awkward shape kind of coming up. 28, the Islanders. The waves feel low res, a little too busy, I think. Number 27, the Vancouver Canucks. Too busy, pointing down. 26, Tampa Bay Lightning. Too many stripes. 25, Buffalo Sabres. I really appreciate the boldness, but is too busy, which leads me into my next one. Number 24, the Columbus Blue Jackets, for the exact same reason. I appreciate the effort, but I think it's a little bit too ECHL and not enough NHL. 23, the Vegas Golden Knights. I love the elements in here, but I think it's just kind of an awkwardly designed jersey. It would look strange, I think, as a uniform or as a jersey on ice. 22, Chicago Blackhawks, just a generic design for me. 21, the Detroit Red Wings. I like the decision here, but I think it almost doesn't work. It's too distracting. Number 20, Arizona Coyotes. Love the off-white, the cream color, but just the fact that the stripes are at a different kind of angle, miss. 19, Boston Bruins. I see potential here, but generally average. 18, San Jose Sharks. The more I looked at this, the more I thought it should really be majority of the way white, so I kind of put it in the middle of the pack. 17, Pittsburgh Penguins. Find the bridges along the bottom extremely distracting. 16, Dallas Stars. Just an average jersey design. 15, St. Louis Blues. 14, Philadelphia Flyers. 13, Nashville Predators. 12, Minnesota Wild. I really want to love this one, but the squiggle font. Number 11, Carolina Hurricanes. Number 10, the Montreal Canadiens. Number 9, the Colorado Avalanche. I think if those are smaller on the bottom, it would be a really nice jersey. Number 8, Calgary Flames. This one's a sleeper in this list, I think. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Number 7, Anaheim Ducks. I thought about this one a lot, and I really like the contrast or the balance of this jersey with the orange and that gold stripe. Number 6, the Winnipeg Jets. This is a strong jersey. I can see a lot of people saying that it's extremely ugly. It is too busy. It is this. It is that. I like the retro feel to it. I like what it represents. It's nice. Number 5, LA Kings. Love the fact that those colors kind of came back. Just gave the team a little bit more life. Ottawa Senators. The more I looked at this, the more I thought that gold really did fit in with what they... It is a color that they use in their onslaught of color palette, or color choices. So yeah, this one works. Number 3, the Washington Capitals. Adore this jersey. Absolutely adore it. Love it. Number 2, the Florida Panthers. Taking a jersey that looks very similar and just making a couple of favorable improvements to it. Number 1, the Toronto Maple Leafs. As a Canadiens fan, it's never easy to rank the Toronto Maple Leafs number 1 on any of my ranking lists, but there's no question. I love the retro feel to it. I love the Team Canada kind of throwback style to it. I think this is a perfect Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. I can see Toronto Maple Leafs fans liking this. I'm sure there's some that won't, but to me, this is an amazing jersey. So Cole, well done on a lot of these concepts. I think there'll be a lot of favorable comments down below in the comment section, and if you do have the available time and you can leave a comment down in the comment section, I would love it if you could take a minute, 5 minutes, whatever, and give us your thoughts on all these jerseys. Some strong designs in here. So I think the artist Cole specifically would love some feedback on his designs as well. So thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button down below and join me for more of these style videos. They're not going to stop. There's lots of designs coming in. And if you guys, like I said at the beginning, if you guys want to try to come up with some of your designs and get this template, go to sportstemplates.net and use code POSTTOPOST to save yourself 10%. And yeah, if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. That helps me the most. It helps the algorithm. It lets more people come in and see it. And I mean, more people need to see jersey concepts, whether they agree with my analysis or not. Just the fact that we're getting these concepts out there is awesome for the community. So thanks guys, I appreciate it. Hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.